Megan Heidelberg here at MSI Viking. You know, MSI Viking is a leader in precision measurement and calibration, and we're going to learn what in the world that has to do with the holidays, because it's more than you probably think. And we're going to throw around a word that you're going to hear a lot, Steve, metrology. That's what it's all about. Steve Rosso here, he's the VP of Sales and Marketing. What is metrology?
So we've had the pleasure of meeting previously, and that last time we met, we defined metrology as the science of measurement and the application of measurement. It's something that really touches everything in society, and especially during the holidays. You know, we're going to receive different types of gifts, or the vehicles we travel in. Everything starts with components that have to be made to exact specifications, and it's accurate measurement. Without it, parts don't fit, products don't function, and quality suffers. Quality breaks down. So there's a level of precision behind the scenes that most people don't see, and that's where MSI Viking comes in. We help manufacturers build that reliability and safety into every part, every product that they produce.
When we're talking about, you know, the cars being on the road, how does MSI Viking play a role in making that happen smoothly?
Okay, well, planes, trains, and automobiles, my favorite movie,
yes,
are heavily reliant on precision, right? So let's take a car. You have your braking systems, rotors, fuel injectors, transmission parts. Each of them has a tolerance, and if you're off even just a few microns, performance and safety are compromised. So accurate measurement is what enables these critical components to perform exactly as intended, every time, under every condition.
See, that's when we think of like metrology. That's exactly, you know, what I think of. But it breaks down to something even that we can all understand, like toys. When we have a few toys behind us, how does MSI Viking play a role in the toys that may be under the tree?
So I'm not seeing my son's favorite toy, which was Lego.
I knew it.
When he was younger. And they hold tolerances as tight as 5 microns to ensure that every one of those bricks fits perfectly. And that consistency only comes from precision measurement. Metrology also helps with complying with safety standards. So edges can't be sharp, choking hazards, the structural integrity of the components. And metrology ensures that those parts are going to be safe for your kids and also durable enough for play.
Okay, when we talk about on-site calibration, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's very important also during the holidays. Why? Because manufacturers are running very hard now to meet increased demand. So their volumes are very substantial at this time of year. If any of their inspection tools fall out of calibration, that can result in defects, downtime, missed shipments, and that's what MSI does. We have a team of calibration technicians that'll go on site directly to the customer to make sure those inspection tools are accurate. We minimize the disruption of having to send those tools outside of the facility to be calibrated. So the essence of that is that we're preserving quality and keeping production running.
All right, Steve, let's look forward now to 2026 and kind of where we see manufacturing going and y'all's role.
I think 2026 is going to be a year of very substantial investment in manufacturing technology, supply chain resilience, and we've got to address the skill set issue tied to all of that. So I think those are certainly the drivers of investment in 2026. Technologically, most everything's going to be driven by AI, smart sensors, or the Internet of Things, and data analytics. So commonly, those three things combined are referred to as smart manufacturing, and that terminology that's being used for kind of the factory of the future.
All right, and MSI Viking leading the way and all that, making sure it's happening right here in Greer. You can find out more about them online, MSI-Viking. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
Thank you.